What is up, guys? This is Mason Steele. Welcome back to the channel. The Darkmoon Faire is out. Today we're going to look at a deck called 6 mana Lunacy Mage. The first of many more Darkmoon Faire videos to come. Cross your fingers, I won't disappear again. Anyway, Deck of Lunacy and Deck of Chaos from the new set did pique my interests quite a bit. So we're starting off with the Mage version. Luckily, this one just costs 2 mana, unlike the Warlock one, which we'll get to later this week. Deck of Lunacy is going to change all the spells in our deck into ones that cost 3 more. What did I want to do with this? Well, we could have just played an assortment of spells at different costs. I thought it would be fun to hone in on a certain mana cost, and the one I landed on is actually 6 mana because we get a variety of things and a lot of redundancy at that 6 mana spot. This means all the spells in our deck need to start at 3 mana in order to get to 6, and we're aided by the fact that the Mage secrets all cost 3 mana. Looking at the 6 mana spells that we're going to get, I mentioned we have a lot of things to do. There's a lot of ways to make minions: Runic Carvings, Force of Nature, a couple Hunter cards, Unleash the Beast, and Swarm of Locusts. We have Hidden Oasis as a big taunt, and more importantly, a big heal at some point in the game. A lot of removal, too. You get Siphon Soul, Unidentified Contract, Initiation out of Priest. We have a couple board clears. Well, one good one, Blizzard, and then Runic Carvings and Swarm of Locusts act as rushing sort of minion board clears. Lots of card draw, and this is what's really fun about this deck. Candle Breath, which can even be 0 mana. Hand of Gul'dan draws 3. Nourish draws 3. Again, all for 3 mana. Skull of Gul'dan is the best card that we can get because it's going to be a 3 mana draw 3 that discounts the next 3 cards by 3. In fact, a lot of times making them, well, 0. And if you can chain a skull into another draw 3, you're definitely going off for sure. There are a couple oddities that we can get at 6 mana. 2 Warlock cards, Deck of Chaos and Darkest Hour. I did want to have outs for these cards because there isn't that many 6 mana spells, so you're going to see these cards every few games. And again, I wanted outs for those. So we needed basically big minions. The Deck of Chaos wants us to have a high-cost minion with a low attack power generally, so we can play it for cheaper. Along the same lines, Darkest Hour wants us to play big minions. So of the few minions in the deck, we have Batterhead, Yogg-Saron, and Kalikos. And rounding out the minion squad, we're playing a couple Azure Explorers to support the Malygos aspect of Magic, which is also a way to draw cards from the deck if we're looking for the Deck of Lunacy still. And then the one tech minion in the deck is the Cobalt Sticky Finger. The Shaman Evolved deck is really strong. If you can steal their second durability of their weapon, you might be able to survive the game. And then most importantly, when you Sticky Finger their weapon, they don't actually have it die, and then they try to play their 4/2 and it doesn't work. So every once in a while you'll catch somebody doing that. The last minion to mention is definitely Yogg-Saron, Master of Fate, most certainly the best old god from the Darkmoon Faire, and this will give you a win condition if things don't go well. If it took you too long to draw a Deck of Lunacy, you always have an out to win with Yogg-Saron. And my advice with him is to play him when you're behind because of the Devour one. You don't really want to be in a situation where you're ahead and you make your board worse somehow. There are some odd things that go on. And obviously, the less cards in your hand, the better when you play Yogg-Saron, Master of Fate. The Mulligan phase is pretty simple with this deck. Generally, throw everything back until you see Deck of Lunacy. Of the cards to keep, you can consider the 1 mana legendary weapon, Spear of Sapience, to try to draw it early. Arcane Intelligence, maybe, again, another way to draw into the Deck of Lunacy, and then a card like Flame Ward or Netherwind Portal, generally the 2 best secrets right now in Mage, in order to vend yourself early. As always, I will leave you guys with some gameplay. If you try this deck out yourself, it can be a lot of fun. Just know going into it that is a bit high rolly. If you don't have the Deck of Lunacy, all hope is not lost because of cards like Kalikos, the Amazing Reno, and Yogg-Saron. If you can get to turn 10, you might be able to steal a win, but in general, things go pretty poorly if you don't get that early Deck of Lunacy. All right, step 1 for this deck is get Deck of Lunacy, because the rest of it's basically secrets and unplayable minions in the early, mid-game, and mid-late game. Oh, we got the Deck of Lunacy. All right, do I coin it out? I kind of want to, but because if I coin it out, I save 3 mana on a spell, theoretically, right? So the entire deck now almost is 6 mana spells that are going to be 3 mana. My deck is so good that I don't think we try to like get extra value from stuff. I mean, I'm just going to fire this off and hope it clears them, right? Although that one guarantee clears, and I end up with something. I wanted to make sure this deck had outs to 2 Warlock 6-mana spells, a Dark Bargain, and a deck of Chaos, because we can generate minions easily. There's a lot of 6-mana spells to generate minions. That Avenging Wrath's a little bit suspect, but I mean, it technically did a lot, maybe, right? It probably stopped him from hitting me for at least 3. Could have been like 6 or something. We have a way to upgrade this guy. With the Sinister Strike face to open up a combo. Am I really gonna Starfall face here? Maybe.
Care to make a wager, friend? Stakes were made.
Sarah, not amazing there. I waste a lot of damage, but as long as I don't die, right? Alright. As long as I don't die, we should be fine. Richmond Hearthstone, thanks for subscribing with the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it so much.
You asked for it.
Alright, so again, we throw everything back. Counterspell versus Druid is pretty good, especially when we have the coin, but you're my favorite deck creator. Appreciate that. Alright, we missed again on the deck of Lunacy. And we will draw it. Arcane Intellect might help. Good news is we have time now because he's a Quest Druid, so a little bit more confident in our ability to win a game if we have time. The one issue is Druid tends to go over the top of you with the 10-mana spell, right? Does this hit anything new? I don't think so, right? Aha, we got it. Nice. All right. So we play it, and then we could even coin draw, I think, to get stuff. That might be too many cards? No, there's no way it's too many cards because I'm using 3 to get 2. The only lame thing here is I drew a lot of my 3-mana spells already, so you know, there's less things. So there's what I was talking about, the Darkest Hour, and that's why I sort of put these like big guys in there. Vaporize. Counterspell we need to time a little bit, right? Obviously, if we can hit 10-mana spell, that'd be ideal. But around turn 8, there's some big boy spells. We could try to Avenging that. I'm not sure the odds are. I just need to do 4, so I need to do half the damage. But if I miss, it's kind of bad because then our Vaporize gets wasted. Let's just go for it, I think. Alright, worked out perfect. I mean, in some ways, I want him to play into the Vaporize because I could just play another one. We can definitely win the game on the spot if we draw the Hunter. So there, we did it. So I can go Runic Carvings into Darkest Hour. Now the issue is I have this nice Vaporize really good here. What I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and put a counterspell up and ping his guy, just so it looks like I can't really deal with it. So he's just gonna walk into Vaporize. Like, there's no way he doesn't walk into Vaporize. So what minions are left? Shuma, 2 Batterheads, Carnival Clown, Yogg-Saron, and Kaliko. So obviously we don't want to get the Carnival Clown, but the other ones are good. Kaliko gives me a 0-mana spell. Or wait, does it? No, because I already played a spell? Alright, well, I guess my turn's kind of over. Unless I want to just, like, hit this for reasons.
That was wild.
Not much reason to, because these kind of challenge it. Alright. And because he's Druid, his options are limited, especially behind a counterspell, right? Like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna try to Starfall me. It won't work, and then that's it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Doesn't like the Batterhead. I guess it's the most reasonable one to attack. This thing's going down probably. Oh no. Surprised he didn't kill that one. Maybe face is the most reasonable thing. Alright, I mean, yeah, so this first spell is 0, so let's just kinda do what we, I mean, I know I'm gonna play this. I know a counter spell. Can't draw unless I play something. There's no way to kind of like draw first, right? I'll just save that. I don't really need to. I'm kind of.
Time runs out on me.
Magic mind.
If there's one bad thing about the going from 3 to 6 is that there's actually probably too many card draws, right? There's Candle Breath, the Warlock one, Nourish, and I think there's another one. Oh yeah, Skull will go down, which is obviously the best, but I wasn't sure which was better, Ysera or that one. We could spin the wheel of Yogg, but oh, it might be lethal. See what we're gonna get. See the skull. Yeah.
Protect the wild.
You asked for it.
The Flame Ward was key. Alright, we got turn 1 deck Lunacy, so I think the only card I want to keep is Counterspell. Nova's actually kind of useful because we're gonna have powerful things. Let's try that. We'll coin out the Lunacy, go full Lunacy. Well, here's the thing, because we want big minions in our deck because of cards like Darkest Hour. So it's weird, right? Yeah. I think Counterspell against exactly Druid might get him really hard. And I figured at some point in the game, this is going to wreck him, right? So the best draw is just Skull of Godan, like, easily. But this is okay, because these are going to get me ahead, right? He can't help not playing spells, although, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Although the aggro decks play spells too, so that's like already a 4-drop. Okay. Aha! Easy. I'm pretty sure I don't do that, even though it's like a combo. Although, how likely... You know what? Like, why do we care? We like can't lose, right? Maybe that was wrong, because Avenging Wrath is good against him, right? He goes like a bunch of Gibblers or whatever. Oh, Yogg got discounted. 4 left. Oh man, we're there. Like we already have 3 in our hand. All right, we're getting a minion here. Nice, nice. Curious how broken this is in Wild, where you can do the 1 mana buff everything thing.
If power is what you seek,
Ooh, we got a Yeti.
is what I provide.
So assuming we don't draw something broken, we'll probably play this and ping that, hit that. We drew something broken. Oh my god, this poor guy. Oh, this poor guy. I gotta play quick as he can concede. Yeah, that's the thing I noticed. I was like, when I was looking at deck of Lunacy, I'm like, well, what cost do we want? I started looking at 10 first, and it turned out that 10 was pretty good, but it's just harder to fill your deck with, you know, have enough 3-mana spells to make because of secrets, right? So it just kind of works. What is up, guys? Thanks for making it to the end of the video. You've gone this far. Help the channel out. Go a little bit further. Like the video, comment below, and if you haven't already, of course, you need to subscribe to the channel. The extended gameplay video will be up tomorrow. I'll make sure to link it here once it is online. I'll see you guys next time.